I speak unto thee this day, and I say, when men will give themselves over to be owned by anything or anybody other than me, what do? I say they give themselves up to do those things that are evil, that are not right before me. Then I say they excuse themselves because they are told what to do. But I say the fact of it remains that they remain accountable unto me. For I say, when men will give themselves over to murder, to take human lives, and to destroy others, I say they will pay for the same. That is, they have given themselves over to be owned, they have given themselves over to be dictated unto, and I say they pay for the same. For I say that I, the living God, do hold men accountable for their violations of me. And I say, when men will give themselves up to be owned by others, to be owned by power systems, power structures, and think somehow that excuses them in their evil doings, I say they are deceiving themselves. For I say it is me, the living God, who has intended that men would walk uprightly, would choose to live for me and not be taken away. But I say, when men are choosing to be taken away, I say it is of their own destruction that they choose so. For I say, when a man will be taken under power sources, oh, how great they are. But I say that those power sources will dictate unto him to do the things that are evil, that are wicked, that are vile, and he does the same, then I say that he's still accountable unto me. I say there are many in this wicked generation. They are the zombies. They are the consequence of being ruled by evil powers. And I say they walk around day after day in the torment, the anguish of the evil deeds that they are guilty of. And I say it is because they yielded themselves as slaves to that which they knew was wrong. And I say they violated their own conscience in the name of duty, and they executed the same. But I say in the process they have seared their own conscience, they have stamped themselves forever, and I say they cannot rid themselves of the same. For I say they have the blood upon their hands that has been shed in the line of duty, and what do? I say they carry the blood guiltiness, they carry the shame, they carry the sorrow. And I say that they cannot rid themselves of what it is that they have done against others in the line of duty, not at all. Now I say this day, when a man will yield himself to obedience to evil powers, then of course he will do evil. But I say, if a man will yield himself unto obedience unto me, then of course he will do good. I say, when you see what men will do in the name of duty, what men will do in the name of allegiance, I say it is horrifying to behold. And then I say the blood guiltiness remains upon them because they have walked afar off from me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk afar off from me, but I say that I call thee to walk in me. That is, I call thee to be coming forth in the truth, the light, the strength that I give day by day. And I call thee to be thankful that it is me that you can continue to believe, to trust and obey. For I say, if you will indeed be coming forth in the truth, the light, the strength of who I am, then you are well-pleasing unto me. But I say, if you avoid what it is that I, the living God, do have, then give your allegiance to an evil man, an evil power, an evil domain. I say you are giving way to the damnation of your soul. For I say that I, the living God, never ever intended that the ones claiming to be my people would be in allegiance with evil powers, with evil kingdoms that are of this world. Yet I say there are multitudes who claim they love me, yet I say they are in allegiance with evil governments, with evil powers, with evil domains. And I say through that allegiance they are proving that they will indeed be giving themselves to those evil powers to be slaves of the same. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call my people to be in allegiance with the power systems of this world, but I say that I've called my people to be in allegiance with me, ever being true unto me. For I say you are not meant to be giving yourself over to be dictated to by evil powers that will cause you to do evil in the land. But I say you are meant to be consecrated, dedicated, separated unto me, walking in the way that I provide. For I say it is me, the living God, who does provide for thee the truth, the light, the strength, the mercy, day by day. And I say, if you walk in the way of my provision, then you will be kept from the evil that is dominating now. But I say, if you grow high-minded and proud and think you can have a double allegiance, that is, to nations, to powers, to systems, and still be true unto me, you deceive yourself. For I say, you will find yourself in the way whereby you are doing deeds of evil in order to satisfy the evil powers that dominate thee. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not intend that my own people would be under the rule of cruelty, would be under the rule of evil and oppression, and executing the same. For I say, if my people will stay true to me and seek to please me alone, I say it is me, the living God, who shall strengthen them. But I say, when my people will play the whore and yield themselves to other power sources that are evil, of course they will do evil. And I say, they will have the blood guiltiness upon their hands with no way to free themselves of the same. Now I say this day that I, the living God, have intended that my own people would keep aligned with me. That is, that they would be coming forth ever directed, corrected, and guided, ever made strong by me. For I say, if the ones who claim that they are my people will seek to please me and walk in obedience unto me, then I say they will not have blood guiltiness upon their hands. But I say, if they yield themselves to power sources that are inherently evil and walk out and work out the agenda of the same, I say, of course, they will be guilty of the evil. Now I say this day that my own people have failed to accept their accountability, their responsibility in these times. I say they have been swept up in the crowd mentality, they have been swept up in the furor, they have been swept up in the hysteria of these days. And I say they have done things that are evil before me, and yes, they have literally loved it so. And I say they have waged war with imaginary enemies, all because power sources dictated the same. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do delight when my own people will consider what it is that they do. That is, when they will consider if it is power sources other than me, that they do not need to be prompted to evil. That is, that they do not need to be prompted to do those things that are violation of me. I say that I, the living God, would indeed keep my people if they desired to be kept by me. But I say, because they walk afar off, because they are wanton and careless and foolish, I say they stray away. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to be wanton, to be careless, to stray away, but I call thee to walk uprightly in me. And I say that I call thee to be thankful, to be purposed, directed, and guided always in the truth, the light that I provide. Therefore I say this day, do not allow yourself to be ruled by evil, not in any way. For I say you are not meant to be ruled by evil powers whereby they dictate unto you that you must cooperate and partake and even execute deeds of evil. But I say that I call thee to seek to be kept in me, to be directed and guided by me, to be instructed by me. For I say, if it is me, the living God, that you look to in faith, in trust, in confidence, it is me, the living God, who will be ever present to bring thee forth. Now I say, you live in a land where bloodshed is the common activity of the day, and men are loving it so. And I say, there is much murder that is held to the account of those who simply shed innocent blood. For I say that much blood has been shed in the name of freedom, much blood has been shed in the name of promotion of social activity, and I say that it is sorrow unto me. For I say that I, the living God, never called my people to partake of murder, and yet they do. I say this day, be thankful that I, the living God, will prove to be the rock of refuge unto thee, if you will indeed seek to be pleasing me. That is, if you will be keeping my commandments and walking in the same, then you are ever guided in my life. But I say, if you deviate from the way that I offer, the way that I give, what do you do? I say, you go in a way whereby you will know multiplied sorrows, because you have violated me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to violate me, but I say that I call thee to walk uprightly in me. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that I am the one who does give to thee the way that is truth and light. And I say that I am the one who will purpose thee, direct thee, and bring thee forth day after day. For I say, through me, the living God, and me alone, so are you given the truth and the light upon the path. And through me, the living God, and me alone, so are you given the blessedness, the strength, and the truth that I offer, for I am indeed well able. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk in the weariness, the dreariness of subjectivity unto evil powers, and think you are obligated to do the same. For I say that any man who names my name is by the very naming of that name obligated unto me. And I say, if my own people would keep me as the preeminent force in their lives, I say if they would love and serve me with all of their hearts, I say they would not be under the domination of evil. But I say, because they choose to play the whore, because they flirt with the things that the evil powers can do for them with the promotion that they gain from the same, then I say they are subject to evil. And I say, in being subject to evil, they will likewise do deeds of evil that make them liable before me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do make the pathway clear, and I say that the way is straight and narrow. And I say, if you will walk in that way, then you are ever kept in me. But I say, if you refuse that way and walk afar off, then what is it that you do? I say you choose to lose because you are walking far from me. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk far from me, but I call thee to be uplifted in me. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that I give to thee the truth, the light, the mercy of who I am. And I say that I call thee to be directed and corrected in that which I give, which is blessedness, truth, mercy, hope, and peace day by day. For I say, when it is me that you look to in faith, in trust, in confidence, it is me that you will believe in and obey. I say this day, do not seek to be covered by the evil power sources of this world, now no matter how many benefits they may offer unto thee. For I say their benefits are deceit and cunning craftiness to snare men into their evil doings. And I say that they take the innocent and make them the guilty by the very mechanism that they are involved in. And I say that the blood guiltiness remains upon the hands of men who came under other power sources of evil and refused to be subject to me. Now I say this day, if a man will stand in me and declare me and be true unto me, then I, the living God, will keep the man. But I say, if any man or woman will play the whore, of course they will be subject to evil. I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to be harlots with blood upon your hands, but I call thee to be faithful and true unto me. And I say that I call thee to keep from my wrath by walking in the way that I provide. For I say in this wicked generation that the evildoers shall be punished by me as my wrath is revealed. And I say that the ones who have been dominated by evil powers and likewise have executed evil agendas, yes, they pay for the same. And I say they are found under my wrath, for they have failed to repent, they have failed to turn from the evil, even in their reimagination in their minds. I say this day that the cost of executing evil is severe, and men who do the same will pay for that. And I say they will be daily visited by wrath in the torment of their minds, in the anguish of their souls, because of the blood guiltiness that is upon their hands. I say this day, do not seek to please evil men, not in any way, nor execute their agendas, but I say, seek to be pleasing unto me, and you will be kept in me.